Great Monday night. Hope you got your week started off right. Manic Monday. Hope you got that over with. I ain't been on here in a few days. Been pretty busy over the weekend. Last couple of days. Been doing a whole lot of work on my boat, doing some remodeling on it, doing some rebuilding on it. So I ain't been on here in a while. Therefore, I haven't done a whole lot of rod work either, obviously. But we're gonna put a coat of epoxy on this on some rods tonight, and I'm gonna go over a couple things. We're gonna get on here, chill out for a little bit, relax, talk a little bit, do a little bit of work. What's up, Austin? What is up, brother? How are you doing today? Tonight. Hope you had a good Monday. Hope you had a good Monday, brother. We're going to take 1 milliliter out of this bad boy right here. Rub 1 milliliter each time we do this. It seems to be a little bit left over. We'll change the color. We'll fill in our... Work on our medallion tonight, too, as well. I'm doing pretty good, man, for a Monday, to be honest. Doing pretty good for a Monday. I'm doing pretty good for a Monday. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, man, these rods coming out good, y'all. There's a whole lot going on in here with rods. I got a lot of decals coming in. We're going to be doing a lot of decal work soon. A lot of finishing touches on rods. Get them sent out. Get some new ones started. There ain't no rest for the wicked. We got a whole nother lineup of custom rods to build. I got 4 more rods right now to build, so you know how it is. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Tap that screen for me if you don't mind. Show some love. Show some love. Let's see. I'm going to get this thing turned on right here so I can see what... We got to mix this stuff for 5 minutes, y'all. It's 2-part epoxy. Mix equal parts for 5 minutes. Let's see. Get us a 5-minute countdown on there. Have you been doing any fishing, man? I haven't, man. I haven't. About a month ago, almost a month ago, I took my boat down, started tearing it apart. I'm about to post some videos on YouTube here of the rebuild on it. And I tore my boat apart. And I just now, this weekend, got it back together, almost to where it's ready to run again. And then my kayak, weather's been so nasty. Here, I just haven't been doing any fishing, man. I haven't been... I went fishing about 2 weeks ago for about an hour or two on the kayak just to really chill out. Wind was blowing like crazy, and I didn't catch nothing. I was working on my boat all weekend, and I decided to try to go up to the river this weekend on the boat, or on the kayak, and it was running too much, so I wasn't even about to fight that river. So all weekend I've been working on my boat, though. I put new carpet in it. I put a bunch of like a 4-gain switch panel. Put all that stuff in it, so got it hooked up right. Got all my lights reran, new wiring, new all kinds of stuff on the boat. Happy Monday. What's up? Happy Monday to you, too. It's getting close to being over with. I've spotted an impurity, y'all. Sorry about that. Had to get rid of that impurity. What kind of boat is it? Man, I got a 14-foot aluminum John boat. It's a polar craft. And it's got a 25 horsepower, 2-stroke tiller handle. Nissan outboard on it. Yep, it's a fishing machine now. It's a river running, creek hopping, I can take it out on the lake too, as long as there ain't a bunch of weekend warriors out there on the lake. I can get it out there pretty good, but you got to watch out there with a little boat like that. But for me, for all that I do, because I duck hunt out of that boat, I fish out of that boat. I've been crabbing out of that boat, setting crab pods. I've done shrimp baiting out of it, doing shrimping. I've done a whole lot of stuff out of that boat right there. It's been in the salt water. It's been in the brackish water. It's been in the fresh water. I love that boat. I've had it for about 15 years. I've had it almost 16 years. Got it right about a little bit before my son was born. He's 15 now. So I've had it for quite a while. But I'm getting it fixed up and nice so that when he graduates high school here in 3 years, he's going to get that. I'm going to give that boat to him for a graduation gift. So he's going to have him a nice 14-foot boat, you know what I mean, whenever he turns 17, 18 years old. Something I didn't have. I want to duck hunt so bad. Man, it's fun, man. I enjoy it. Me and my son do it. Man, we enjoy duck hunting. Quite a few of my buddies do as well. We do quite a bit of duck hunting. We didn't do a whole lot of duck hunting this last year, but usually we do quite a bit of duck hunting, man. We all enjoy it quite well. I know I do. If you can handle the cold, you know. We like to deer hunt too, but deer hunting ain't near as in, you know, to me is as fun as duck hunting. Deer hunting, and plus my son, he just got to the age where he's getting a little bit of patience, I think. I think he's getting a little bit of patience. I don't know. But he's, you know what I mean? But before, man, you couldn't get him to sit still for 10 minutes, you know what I mean? Let alone 2 hours in a deer stand. So we go out there, when we deer hunt, we just go out and get us a couple of does during the deer season. Then we focus on duck hunting. Got a new 12-gauge shimmy, man. That's nice, man. What kind is it? What kind is it there? It's always fun when you get a nice pump. Well, yours ain't a pump. Mine is. I do the old school pump, man. That's what I do. The old school pump shotgun. The old school. Old Browning, man. Yeah, that's a nice one. Browning's a nice, that's a nice gun, brother. That's a nice gun, brother. Man, I got a lot of bubbles in this one, man. Air bubbles. We have to let it sit for a second. Seems to be a whole lot of bubbles in this batch, which is kind of aggravating. Oh, Browning, man. Browning's a good gun. Browning is definitely a good gun. Ain't nothing wrong with Browning. I like Browning. Mine's a Remington, is what I'm shooting right now. A Remington. Man's Wild Side. I like that name, bro. First time viewing. Do you make crappy polls? Thanks, man. Shoot, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I've made quite a few. I can make whatever, man. I've made fishing rods all the way from crappie rods, all the way ultralights, you know, all the way up catfish, big old heavy rods. It don't matter. I make them all, brother. Hit that sub button. You'll see, man. Check it out, man. I'm going to be posting a lot on here soon. I got a lot of rods coming off, a lot of rod builds that are getting finished up, and this page is or this channel is going to be full of a bunch of nice new rod builds that are getting just finished up right now, which this one's one of them, you know. This one's still got a little while to get done, you know. We'll give that thing, we're going to give that epoxy just a hair of a minute to settle down. It's got a few bubbles in it. Yeah, Remington's pretty good, Austin. It's pretty good, man. Remington's pretty nice. This rod we're working on right here is a 7-foot light. It's a light power with a moderate fast, moderate fast action. It's going to be used for, it's going to be used as actually for crappie. It's going to be used for panfish, brim, crappie, perch, whatever you want to go for. It's actually going to be called the Perch Jerker is the name of it, is what we're going to call it, and put a decal on it. It's pretty sweet. All this marble. This is a marble paint job I did on it right here in these two batches. You know, I mean, the sweet part about that is it glows in the dark. But actual green part glows in the dark, man. It's a good looking rod. Appreciate that, man. I'm about to put a coat of epoxy on this, and then I'll let me show. I'll show y'all what this rod looks like real quick while y'all are all in here. I'll show y'all what this rod looks like before I put the epoxy on. It's a little easier to show without the epoxy coat on it, and then we'll get this. We'll start applying it. But this is a 7 foot. It's a split grip, 7 foot. Like I said, light power with a moderate fast action. It's got a nice color matched reel seat. Boom, boom. Like I said, it's got the marble. It's got a spot right here for a decal. It's going to have a decal. It's also going to have a big decal right here that's going to say Perch Jerker right there. That thing is sweet, y'all. Like I said, it glows in the dark. This rod's pretty nice. It's got pretty much like a chartreuse is almost what this color is. It's a real bright neon green, like a chartreuse you see on your baits. You know what I mean? So any chartreuse bait will match your rod. This one's going to North Carolina. It's a pretty sweet. It's going to be a pretty sweet rig. We use medium heavy for bass down here. Yeah, that's what I got for bass. I use medium heavy up to a heavy whenever I'm fishing. If I'm fishing in structure and a lot of structure, I'm pulling through a lot of, you know, thickness and stuff like that. That's what I use. But I also have a medium light fishing rod. It's out in the shop, but that thing right there is fun to catch. You catch a 2-3 pound bass on it. That's fun to catch, you know. We fish a lot of thick grass. Yeah, I hear you, Florida. That's what I use them for usually. I usually use a medium heavy to a heavy rod, sometimes heavy. That way when you get a, you know, 20 pounds of moss on top of a 6-7 pound bass, and you're trying to drag in up to 30 pounds, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You don't have no trouble that way. You don't have no trouble dragging him and all the moss in. This is exactly what that's like, a flipping stick kind of deal. You know what I mean? That's what a flipping stick basically is. A heavy power. Usually got a pretty moderate to fast action. That way when you set the hook, you're instantly putting medium heavy to heavy power to the mouth of that fish. You know what I mean? That's what you get with that kind of action. That's the kind of action you want on a flipping stick. You don't want to like a real slow tip that you would have on a crappie or crappie rod. That way when you pull it, you know, you're way up here by the time you got real full tension on the fish. You know, like a slow. When you're a flipping stick and you're getting them out of those, you don't want that going on. You know what I'm saying? You want to hit that rod right there, and you want that rod to, and you want it to stay right there. At that point, you ain't worried about no bite. You're not worried about sensitivity. All you're worried about is hossing that thing in. So that's kind of ideal for that kind of fishing. Personally, that's what I think. So I guess, you know, flipping stick, something like that, medium to a heavy, medium heavy to a heavy. You'd want a pretty fast action so that thing will wham. Right when that fish gets on it, you ain't letting up none. There ain't no slack, because that's how you lose it. Once that slack gets in there, you lose that fish. You can't have that slack in it. You got to have that stick, a sturdy stick. When that thing hits, it's got to be boom, balls to the wall. Which is basically the purpose of a flipping stick. You know what I mean? I posted a short today of me boat flipping a fat 5-pounder. Well, hey, are you subbing to me? If you sub to me, so I can sub back to you. or go on one of my videos and comment so I can tap on you. And I have trouble sometimes subbing back to people. I don't know why. Like I can't find you for some reason, and it's hard on here sometimes to remember people's names to look you up. So if you comment on something, I can follow you, because I'll definitely follow you. Subscribe, whatever you call it on here. Subscribe, whatever you call it on this old YouTube. I'm used to Facebook, man. Now, well, cool, man. Good deal. I caught 32 yesterday afternoon. Well, I'm taking it. I imagine there in Florida. There's some dang good fishing in Florida, man. There's some dang good fishing. Last summer, out here on this local river I fish, I caught 28 fish in about 2 hours on this local river right here. That's about unheard of. Between stripers and bass, caught about 28. A couple of them were nice ones, a couple of pounders. A few of them hit a couple pounds. Here in South Carolina, that's where I'm at. Here in South Carolina, that's not bad, in South Carolina. But I got a good river here that runs all the way to the coast. I'm 2.5 hours inland, and the fish can get all from the coast all the way to here. So that's pretty nice too. Stripers, that's about it. That's the only thing that runs in like this, Waters ain't cold enough for trout. Water ain't cold enough to sustain trout where I'm at right now. I wish it would. I'd love to catch some trout. Here in South Carolina, we don't get that opportunity much. Small water charters. We run bass crumpet charters out of Okeechobee. Oh, man, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, dude. Running charters. That is awesome. I'll definitely have to check you out, man. If I ever make it to Florida, I have to get you to take me out. You fish for all the stuff I love to fish for, too. It's pretty nice here. I'm 2 hours from the mountains and 2 hours from the ocean here in South Carolina, so I got it pretty good. But I've never went up to the mountains and caught trout. I've never fished for trout. I want to though. We got a big deep lake right here near us. It's about 180 and 200 feet deep or so. And at the bottom of the river, they stock it with trout because the water's so cold year round from being so deep when it discharges that it can sustain trout for like a mile or two down the river. So you can go up there to the mouth of the river and catch trout here in South Carolina. But I mean, it sucks. I mean, honestly, it sucks. Scarlett, how are you doing, Virginia? I hope you're doing good tonight. Hope you're doing good tonight. I'm about to put a coat on your rod. You showed up just in time. We fished a lot of small reservoirs around Okeechobee. This spot we can call. And I got you. That's awesome. We're going to slap this thing up on our big spinner up here. I wonder if I got this thing plugged in. Give me just a minute, y'all. I'll be right back with you. Let me get this rod turning on our spinner up here. Then I'll be right back with y'all. Y'all check out them decals right there. I'm going to start repping some of my awesome bait makers on here. Hookers and bobbers, I got y'all right there. I'm going to fill this thing up all the way around to right here where I do my work on my lives with my decals from awesome people. So if y'all want to send me a decal, you know what I mean? I sure will put it on there. I also put decals on my hand wrapper that I wrap my rods with thread work. I like to represent my peeps, you know what I mean? Got TFK Fishing Pandemic, Ripping Lips, Bigfoot Larson, me, Thump 'em Soft, Hookers and Bobbers, Docks, Tackle. I got a bunch of them on there. Awesome people that support me. Awesome people that support me. We'll slap this one up on here, y'all. This is Hot Pink. If you haven't met Hot Pink, well, now you have. Scarlett's in the chat right now. This is her rod. She runs an awesome page there on Facebook called Hookers and Bobbers. That right there. They are awesome. But we got to put us a nice put us a nice coat on this beautiful rod right here. Should be getting a box from us soon. Oh, really? Really? I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that out. I just got a box from Jamie Humphreys. I picked your channel up and commented on your latest short. All right, man. I got you, bro. I'll get you back. When I get off here, I'll sub up to you, bro. For sure. For sure. We fish a lot of small reservoirs in Okeechobee. Best spot we call Donkey Yard. Donkey Land. I like that, man. We got wild names like that around here, too. I like that. Donkey Land. We're getting you here, Scarlett. We're getting I got busy all weekend this weekend working on my boat. Stayed pretty busy with that. Didn't mess with the rods a whole lot this weekend. Waiting to get these decals in. I got a bunch of decals coming in. Whole bunch of decals. You got faith in your work. Oh, yeah. There's definitely there's no worry about the faith in the work. You know that. Getting it done in a timely manner. Don't worry though, Virginia. You know I'm gonna take care of y'all. Can't wait to see what's in my box there. Y'all got a package coming too here soon. I got a whole bunch of packages behind me that are made up. I think one of yours is in there. You and Chris got a package coming as well. We just send packages all back and forth, all around everywhere. Oh yeah, I know that. I know that. She's like, what are you doing? Relax. Put a nice coat on Hot Pink right here. I know you don't give it a name, Scarlett, but I don't know. I forgot what you called it. No. Forgot the name you give this thing. Take a couple of coats before we can put a dab here and there. Put a little coat under here to seal that into that thread. You got to put a couple coats before you do this. Oh. This is a trick, y'all, right here. I don't show this to everybody. I don't show that to everybody. Mallyumpkin. Mallyumpkin? Is that how you say that? Mallyumpkin? That's the thing, ain't it? Or what you call it? RM Outdoors, what's up? The Pink Goblin. He said the Pink Goblin. Oh, here you, bro. I'm gonna put a coat right here on this one real quick, y'all. We haven't got one on it yet. I'm gonna see if I can get it to go. My epoxy's starting to get a little bit thick on me. Give me just a minute over. I know y'all are out of the frame. We'll put a quick light coat on this one. The first coat's always tough. It takes up a lot of epoxy. The first coat on me. This ain't the first coat down there where we was at, but these guys up here are getting their first taste of epoxy. There we go. First taste of epoxy. RM Outdoors, what's up, man? John, what's up, man? What kind of epoxy am I using? I'm using Flex Coat. 2-part resin, 2-part epoxy on here. Formula Flex Coat. It's a high build. Equal parts. Boom. It's got a nice flex to it. And I'm not trying to be a smart ass, you know, smart butter nut. I mean, it flexes good with the rod. It's not like your normal stuff you use on most epoxies. Y'all give me just a minute. I'm gonna slap this thing. Move this thing. We're gonna slap this up here. My epoxy's starting to set. So I got to get that thing. If you wait too long and that epoxy starts to set, it won't level out on the rod and you'll get into a mess. You'll have to put 4 more extra coats on it to get it to finally level out. So I've learned my lesson to stop putting the epoxy on when it starts to set. It'll save you a lot of trouble later on down the road. I'm wondering if we can put this, y'all. We need to put a color in here. What color should we put in that of epoxy? I think I can make this up and fill it in. What color? I wonder what color we should use. I'm thinking about doing, have I done a blue? I was thinking about doing a nice blue. Thinking about doing a nice blue on it. We can do a duo green. Blue green. Got blue green. Got white. Got a pearl. We can use one of those two. Change it up. This is what I use for my epoxy, y'all. Make these little medallion things. Y'all seen them before, you know what I mean? They glow in the dark. That's what I use with the end of the epoxy. Got one right here that's ready to be built. Wondering what color I should use. Pearl. Maybe we'll go with pearl. Just found this channel and sub. Hope to see the next live stream. Number 8 edits. Man, appreciate that. I appreciate that. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. I'll sub back. Ronnie, what's up? We'll use this pearl. We got a pearl. We do have a pearl there, y'all. That's going to go thick. It's going to go on real thick, though. It's going to go on there real thick. That pearl, for some reason, this pearl thickens up real thick in there. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, that was probably too damn much. Excuse my language. That was probably too much, y'all. Jeez. It's going to be real thick, but we'll get it in there. We'll make it work, y'all. I have faith in y'all. That pearl looks good. Let's see what we got here. Go big or go home. That's right. Oh, it'll look good. It'll look good. We already know that. Okay. See if I can get it to work. It's going to be thick, y'all. You just got to slow roll it. Okay. See if I can spread this out. It's too thick. It's not too thick, it'll work, but it's just harder to work with because it's thick. All right. Give me just a minute, y'all. I'll be back with y'all. I'm focusing. I don't know if I'm going to get that to stay like that. I'm going to have to leave it like that. With the pearl white. And there, we'll make it work. I got to keep it laying down like this, though. We'll let it dry right there. It looks good off camera. The glow don't give it a good actual, it don't give it justice. It'll be sweet when we get it done. No. You like that, Scarlett? How about I put it in here with your rod whenever I send it to you? How about I put it, or I'll put it in your next package. Once it dries up, I'll put it in your next package, Virginia. How about that? How about that? You can have it. It's yours. It's yours. You got dibs. Sneak it in one of your packages I send to you soon. Is it expensive to make rods? Man, you know, it's not real expensive to make rods. But it's kind of expensive to have them made, you know? Because if you do the work yourself, labor's nothing but labor, you know? So it's not real expensive. That's why I started building rods, was so I could have me a couple of custom rods myself. That's the only reason I started building rods, because I wanted to be able to have me a custom rod myself, and they were real expensive to buy. So started building custom rods and stuff, and it's cheaper to build them. Once you buy the stuff to build the rods, it's cheaper to build them. Yes, absolutely. And that's, I mean, it costs $250 for a rod build-up kit, and that's everything you need to build one custom rod for yourself. You can do it all with that $250. So you can't beat that. I mean, but you know, as everybody says, and things are true, you know, you're paying for, you know, the experience on knowing how to build it and how to actually make the rod, you know. Because a rod can be built, but not good quality. You know what I mean? It can look good, and all that, be good on paper and all that and everything, but it's got to have that integrity. You know what I mean? So you got to know, where to place your guides, where your strain points are on a fishing rod. It used to be pretty important to find the spline, where the machine line is on it, and all that. But I mean, the experience is what is cost you, because that takes time, years and years for experience. So the professional answer would be experience is priceless, and so it's at its cost. It's definitely cheaper to build your own fishing rods. You know what I mean? And if you figure it out, what you can do is you can build a couple of custom fishing rods for some buddies and friends, make a little money that way to pay for the custom rod kit. Free rod build for yourself. You got to build it though. Do you sell custom rods? I do a little bit, man. Like I say, friends and close family. Scarlett in here, the hot pink one y'all just seen up there, is going out to Scarlett in the chat there. Seriously, thank you. You're very welcome, Scarlett. I'm absolutely serious. I should be making fishing content here pretty soon, as the spring is in here. Ronnie, we'll check you out, brother. We'll check you out, man. I will definitely check you out. What's up, K Fishing Pro? What's up, bro? Welcome, man. Hope you're doing good tonight. Hope you're doing good tonight, man. Hope you're doing good tonight. I had a whole box of lures sent to me, y'all. A whole box of lures. Of just random lures. Jamie Humphreys, he's an awesome follower of mine over there on Facebook. He sent me a whole box of, y'all, when I say a box, look here. This is the box I got in today. My man's awesome. I'm not even, y'all. I mean, dude, it's not. I mean, look. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. My man sent all those to me. Old Jamie sent all them lures to me, y'all. Told me he wanted me to use them. He has so many, he said, and those are all a bunch of extras. All these extra ones they had. And, well, he said, well, the reason I'll explain to y'all, the reason he really sent me all the lures is because on Facebook, I do live shows. And when people join the live shows, we rock it out. I do custom fishing rod entries. I give out custom fishing rods every couple of months. I build a custom fishing rod and give it out on the live. And we do baits, you know what I mean? We spin wheels. We have all kinds of awesome games. Scarlett knows about it. We have quite a bit of fun on there. And he sent those to me because he had a bunch of them extra. I guess overstock on. I don't know what it was. But he sent them to me to shoot out to my followers on my live shows. On the spins and stuff, you know what I mean? And all that stuff. Can I have some? Can you have some? Yeah, if you join the live shows on Facebook, you can. What's up with that name? Camden Brambilla. What's up with the Camden part of that? What's up with Camden? The word Camden. Why do you have that in there? Why so many? Because I think they were overstock. I don't know where he had them from, or whatever. I guess maybe somebody has a bait shop, or somebody has something. And it was a bunch of extra ones. He said he has twice as much. He'll never use them, so he sent them over to me so I can shoot them out to people. Never a dull moment on Facebook, Ryan. That's my full name. Okay. Well, the reason I'm asking that is because I live in a town called Camden. Ha! The town right here by me is the town right near me is Camden. That's the name of it. So that's why I asked that. I was wondering. I thought you might have been local around here. I was about to say, what's up, local? Delaware. I got you. I'm South Carolina. The only Camdens I know of are in New Jersey and South Carolina. That's the only two. That's the only two I know of. You know what I mean? Oh, man. We're going to leave them rods. We're going to let them rods turn up there. I'm not wanting to turn more than about 3 rods at a time right now. I had all 3 of them tumbled down on me a little while back. On me. Delaware. Not in Delaware. Is there a Camden in Delaware? I know there's a Camden all over the place. But the Camdens that you actually, if you Google it or something, the ones that mainly come up is South Carolina and New Jersey. Y'all check it to the wreck it, y'all. Boom. Y'all know we're gonna do some I'm gonna do a few leaders on here quick. I'm gonna show y'all this. I got this kit in, y'all. It's pretty awesome. It's the Rattler kit. Boom. So you can put your little rattlers on here. Comes with all the hooks. We can make little rattler floats. Do like a I'm gonna do a Santee rig on here, you know what I mean? I got my snail. I got it snailed up on my owl octopus circle. Little snail. Pretty good on there like that, you know what I mean? What I gotta get is a couple of beads. How much was it and where did you get it? This kit right here, if you're talking about this rattle float kit, I got it off Amazon. And I think this kit was like 10 bucks, y'all. It was like $10. It was like 10 bucks for that thing, you know what I mean? That's not bad. Really. Not if you ask me. That's not a bad price, 10 bucks. And it makes 12 floats. So it can make 12 floats for one of these boxes that you buy. For 10 bucks you can get 12 floats made. You know what I mean? That's pretty awesome. I like your hat, by the way. Appreciate that. I love this hat right here. Got the big ass rods on it. Boom. It's the 7 panel. These hats are sweet right here. These Richardsons, they are nice. Where did the kit come from? Bait maker we need to follow. I'm not sure. Pixie, what are you talking about? The kit came from Amazon. You know what I mean? The old kit came from Amazon. I'm just messing around to see what this is all about, putting a little color combo on it. Y'all, it ain't even this is all just looks. It's all just looks on there, you know. So all it is looks. Some of these oval beads with an eye. Put these on there. I've already snailed one up. We'll do the eye beads on them. Y'all, this is just supposed to make ruckus, you know what I mean? Make ruckus in the water whenever you're fishing out there. Do you like saltwater fishing? I sure do. I'm about 2 hours from the ocean. I do quite a bit of saltwater fishing, actually. Whenever I get time, when I get enough time to do it, you know, I'll get pretty active with the saltwater fishing. You know what I mean? We make our catfishing. Send me the link if you remember, please. I will. If you put it on, if you just Google or if you just type it into it comes up all over the place. It comes up all over. A bunch of them will pop up. You can get bigger kits. This kit, I just don't know the quality of it. You know, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna use some this weekend coming up. That's what I'm making these rigs for. We're gonna use them this weekend, and I'm gonna see. You know, I'm pretty sure. Every time when I go catfishing, I catch quality fish. So, we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see. But what I'm thinking about is like a way to get... I need tighter beads that I can use to actually make some stops on these. Boom. We can do like an arch. In there in a spin. Fire. What's your favorite freshwater species? What are you talking about to fish for? Or to... Are you talking about fishing for them, or are you talking about eating? Fishing or eating? And which one are you talking about, Camden? My favorite fish to eat, freshwater, would probably be like, you know, it would be walleye, but I don't ever get to eat them, so it's probably crappie. But my favorite fish to catch is probably catfish or stripers. I like the fight. I like the thrill. I just started a fishing channel. Do you have any recommendations? Yeah. Just post. Just post. That's all you can do. Just post all your fishing. Just post whatever it is, man. Whatever it is. Put whatever you're doing, just post it. As long as it's legal. That's what I do. Well, I started, but I mean, I create, you know, I do rod building, I do tips, I do all kinds of things. Information, there's all kinds of stuff I do on here. You know what I mean? We want to keep it off it a little bit. We'll bring us a big. We're gonna do kind of like a Santee. We're gonna do like a Santee rig here, y'all. You know what I mean? Is what we're gonna do. Is a Santee. Somebody told me one of these was a stop, and I was wondering about that. You know what I mean? Make you up like a little, like that, y'all. You know, make a crazy long leader. So this is gonna pick it up. I'm not gonna do real long leaders. Get on that leader. I got some nice swivels on here. On my swivels, y'all, I don't do like a snail knot. I do a regular old fisherman's knot on them, y'all. That's what I do. Good night. Good night, Scarlett. Thanks for joining us. Need to make a video of you duck hunting. I thought about doing that, brother. I've thought about doing that. Thought about doing it. That's all I do to loop through. Y'all know this knot right here, everybody. It's the old fisherman's knot. Ta-da! Y'all didn't see my... Oh, shoot, almost lost it. Y'all didn't see my video? Y'all didn't see my video I made of the... of trying to tie a knot? That thing slipped on me right before I got ready to pull it, y'all. Y'all didn't see the video of me trying to do the fishing? I think I posted it on here, too. Talking about trying to tie knots after 40. I'm a little older. I'm a little bit older, y'all. I'm in my 40s. It gets a little harder to tie these knots. You know what I mean? No one here. But it's not hard to tie them. It's harder to see them. You know what I mean? Pull that down tight and get our... Yeah, pull that thing down. On there like that. Make it like a little nice leader. That's not bad. That's a little overkill. That's probably a little bit of overkill. But I might put a bigger bead tube down here. Might fill that in with beads or whatever like that. But y'all know how the Santee, excuse me. It's like a Santee. You know how a Santee rig works. You know what I mean? This is where this will tie to our line. I'll have me a egg weight up there. So when I throw it in, this will sink to the bottom and this will hold my bait up. It's made too mainly for like whenever you're in the river and you got current, the water's flowing this way. You throw your weight down, it holds down here. Your main line's going up to the rod. The weight's holding it down here, and this is sitting out here just like that, and it holds that bait right there just a little bit above it. And whenever that water's running, it's making all that noise. It's attracting all the fish. You know what I mean? But that right there is basically a nice made up float, rattle rig, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? There. Whatever you prefer to call it. What's your cheapest and most expensive lure? I pretty much just use all custom lures. Be honest with you, that box you've seen right there is the only non-custom lures I have. Because my buddy there sent them to me. I'm gonna they're the most expensive baits, probably some crankbaits or some big old swim baits, some big old nasties, you know what I mean? And then the cheapest bait's probably little bitty old jig, you know, like a little bitty old rubber jig. Probably the cheapest bait, I guess. If I had to guess. You know what I mean? Got these big old nasties, y'all. They're octopuses, offset. It's got everything. They're a circle, offset, octopus. John, what's up? How you doing, brother? It's 10:35 here. It's 10:37 here. That's 2 minutes after. Oh, goodness. That's crazy. We're gonna do us a little snail knot through there. Go through the front of the eye. You know what I mean? Pull you enough through. We're going through the front of that eye, not the back. And I'll show you why. We're gonna bring that thing up like this, enough to get us some good spins on it. Pinch that thing back like that. You know what I mean? Boom, start spinning that thing around. Bring your snail to it. This is your snail part. Bring that snail around. We're taking that snail around and we're bringing it up towards the eye. That's where we're taking it to, up towards the eye. We're just holding it tight in there, y'all. I mean, it's hard to see it right there, but we're just holding that tied up to each other, keeping that coming out. Gonna do that 7, 8 times. You want it enough so that bad boy ain't gonna come out. You gotta hold that. You gotta put your string through your loop. Right there. You're gonna hold all that. Sorry. Pull this down. And that's got your snail at that point. Now your snail's right there. At this point, you got everything almost pretty tight. You can push your snail up, just like that. Pull your snail up tight, till you line right there like that. Usually have pliers, get you a good pull on that. Pull on both ends. Boom. Get your tag end off. Now, I mean, you got your snail. That's your snail hook, y'all. Boom, right there. It's not going either way. And you're going through this top loop. If you go through the back of this eye right here, when you start this snail, it's going to want to, when it pulls, it's going to want to pull it like that, and that defeats the whole purpose of this hook. When you go in the top like that, and it pulls it this way. That's why it's got the turn there. So it pulls down on that hook. So when this line pulls out of that loop, how we tied it, it brings it like that. So it automatically brings it in to your, you know what I mean, into what it's supposed to do. If you do it the other way and you come through the back of this loop, when you get that big tension, it's going to do a quick like this. It will set. You might set. You might not have a problem, but it's gonna want to kick this way first. You can potentially lose a big fish like that, especially on circle hooks. So that's my little tip right there as far as you on your snails. You know what I mean, and make sure your runner that comes up and out through right here is underneath all your loops. You don't want that running out on the outside because you can push back like this and this whole thing will come apart. And you don't want to be able to do that. If you can push on this line right here at any way, I can't force it to make it, it'll loosen up. If you can do that, you have improperly tied that snail and you're potentially going to lose that trophy fish, and you don't want to do that, okay? Can you make videos of all the stuff you need to make rods? I am going to be doing stuff like that on here, brother. I'm going to be doing all kinds of videos. You can watch these lives right here. This is a little different because I'm kind of at a point right now where I'm just putting epoxy on rods. I got a few coming in. I'm about to do some more thread work and do some more actual builds from the go up. You'll get a lot of that education right here on these lives, man, because pretty much all the stuff I do on rod builds are live right on here, you know what I mean? Pretty much. We're just going to dress this one up, y'all. I'm going to make a couple of these. I'm going to use them this weekend and stuff. It's little Pro Staff's birthday this weekend. If y'all don't know who Lil Pro Staff is, that's my son. I had a track meet today and made 8th place. Man, that's good. My son runs track. My son runs track as well. They haven't started no meets yet, though. They just got started here in South Carolina. That's awesome, brother, though. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Shoot. That is awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations, my man. Congratulations. That is awesome, brother. Y'all, we're just making these little floats right here. Making some floats. Slide us a rattler on there. A little rattler. I'm just going at it, y'all. This one. I'm going to get my little rubber beads, and I'm going to make some a little bit more better ones. These I'm going to make like 3 Santee rigs like this, and then I'm just going to make 3 Carolina rigs. Is what I'm going to do. Straight, the straight Carolina rig, you know what I mean? Y'all didn't think I was going to be able to see that, did y'all? I'm seeing pretty good with these tonight. Orange, let's do that one. Let's do a green. Chili. Oof. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, John. I think I just already hollered at you, though. I'm doing pretty good, my man. I hope you're doing well. Those are just for looks, y'all. Little beady eyes. They just for looks. Put a bagging up there. Big one on that one. We'll do an orange one this time on it. Sit the float. I've never really built these before, y'all. I'm just kind of going at it. I ain't never built these before either. You know what I mean? It's a smaller one. I don't know if I actually want to use that one or not. Actually, I think I want to use a bigger one. I guess that's a good size one. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's everything stuck in there now, y'all. Y'all don't use your hooks to get those out. Nah, I'll deal with that later. I ain't trying to deal with that right now. All three of my beads right here. I want to use it. Some of my baits are going to be big. I want to make sure my float's big enough to hold the baits up. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm looking at right here. Making sure it can hold the bait up. Making sure it can hold the bait up. We'll do this one yellow. I'm not too worried about the color. Need to be a little bit thicker. Going to bed. I subbed. I'll sub back to you, Camden. I appreciate you joining us. Appreciate you joining us. Have a good night. I'm gonna make another one or two of these. I'm gonna make another one or two, and then I'm gonna be rolling up off here myself. So this one there. Boom. That thing will float up like that. That one's a little bit, little bit closer, maybe to the water. Maybe a little bit closer to the water. Throw some nice swivel on here. Nice swivel. On this side, I don't have to snell it. The reason I snell them hooks is because that octopus hook and how it's set up, that's the best way to do it, so it don't come untied. I do my old fisherman's knot right here, y'all. I do my old fisherman's knot right here. Get your nice 7/8 twirls. Hold her down. If that big braid is nice because it just pops right into a. It usually it does. Pops right there where you can get it. Talk about it, but it ain't gonna work for me. Don't go back through that little loop that it makes down there. Watch that little figure 8 it makes. I don't want y'all to see me sucking on the string. I don't want y'all to see me sucking on that string like that. That ain't cool. Let me stop. Boom. Got this old fisherman's knot up in there. There you go, y'all. It's another one made up. Another rig made up. Doses, you know. There's 2 of them. 2 rigs made up there. Ready to get them. Well, there's no telling what you might find on these lives, y'all. When's your next stream? Probably tomorrow night. I usually stream about every night, man. You get on here at any night, usually in between about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and about 11:30. I'll be on here, brother. I should be. Usually. We're going to make one more of these. We got 3 of them done. I don't know why I keep closing these like I'm not going to use them again. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in. And I'm pretty sure I'll be on tomorrow night. I got more I got a lot of work to do. Tomorrow night probably won't be too busy. I'll probably be on here. Pretty sure I will. We're going to snail one of these again if y'all want to see how to do that again. I'm not great at these snell hooks. I hate doing snelling, but it's the best and efficient way to do it. So, but I hate doing it. It's annoying. It's hard. They're annoying to do, but they're ridiculously. They work ridiculously great. Like that. Go through this side. Go through the hole with your barb. You know, go through that side. Bring it down. Bring it on. Give you enough, so you have plenty to work with. You know what I mean? And then just pinch that. And that's all you do. And then pinch that side. Now you got your little tag in over here. You got your main line. Your leader. Now this only works. Well, I mean, it works when you got a line to it too. But take your small end. I lost it. Take small end. And you're going to wrap that thing around the line that you have pinned and the shank of the hook. You're going to wrap it around that. And just, I use that finger right there. It ain't got to be crazy tight. But the important part about this is go from the shank towards the eye. Don't wrap it back towards your finger. It feels easier that way. It's a lot easier to do it that way when you're wrapping it. But you'll see, I can show y'all why you don't want to do it that way. You're messing with the integrity of your knot. You know what I mean? So me on to wrap it real good around there. And all I'm doing is wrapping this right up. Boom, 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 boom beside each other. Up towards my eyelet. Get it there like that. And I bring it around tight. And I hold it. And that wants to usually come unraveled one time. Put it through it. That's what's also going to lock it. Put that through the loop you made earlier. And at this point, I usually grab this with my tooth so I don't lose it. But it's all about pulling this. And all this is going to singe everything down. Boom, and pull that knot tight. See? See how it's pulling it? It's pulling it straight down through there. It's pulling all that junk down. Whoa. Now, bam. Tighten this up a little more. Now we're snelled. Ah. Now we're snelled on there. Now we can take it. Pull it up. I don't like to pull it way up to where it starts to go around the curve on your eyelid. I don't like to do that, okay? That's not ideal. Now, at this point, you're just snugging it all up. That's all you're doing. Making everything tight. Now, you want to make sure everything cinches up just like that, y'all. You want it to seal. You want every one of those to be, you want all that to be tight as you can get it. People, I see a lot of people, they'll get pliers on each side and pull. I don't like to do that because I don't like to mess up and put the pliers on my leader. But get it as tight as you can. Once you do that, when you hook that first 20-pounder, it's over. I mean, this thing is going to singe down real tight, just like your fisherman knots, you know what I mean? Leave a decent little tag in. You don't have to get it close on this. The last thing that catfish is going to see or worry about is your tag in coming off right here. So don't clip it right up by the knot, y'all. You don't want to do that. That's just like anything else. Leave some off. You can leave a good deal off of it. Like that. That's a good tag in. You're not going to see that. That's going to be covered in brim, cut bait, whatever you got. You know what I mean? So don't worry about leaving that. So that gives you some room for this monofilament, mono, whatever you got, boom, to tighten up. And once it sends down, that knot's never coming out. Ever. And like I said, my test to see if you tied that right is you take this right here and you try to push it back through that eyelet. And if nothing moves and it doesn't push back, if you did it wrong, it'll push back and every bit of this will go, and you don't want that. Oops, you don't want that, you know what I mean? That's my, there's all kinds of ways to do a snell, y'all, but that's mine. You know what I mean? How old are you? I'm 14. I'm going to guess 28. Boy, you're young, man. You're my son's age, dude. Hey, you know what, Camden? You're trying to get on my good side, little fella. You know what I mean? You're trying to get on my good side, man. No, man, I'm in August. This coming August, here in a few months, I'll be turning 43, brother. 43 years old. Man. My son is older than you. My son's 15. Well, my son's actually he's 14 as well. He's turning 15 this Sunday. So, yeah, man, I mean, that's pretty wild, ain't it? I appreciate that though, man. You don't see that gray in my beard, Bubba? You must have not seen that gray in my beard, bro. Now I will, hey, Camden, I will tell you. This YouTube light drops 20 pounds in 20 years off your age. So that could be my key. Could be why I'm looking younger. Oh man, hey, I appreciate you though, brother. That's a good way. It's a good way to get on my good list. Boom. Let's do an orange one. We haven't done an orange one yet. Well, I did do one over there, but I gotta get that thing out of it now. Well, we're not. Why am I going bobber? We're not going bobber anyway. We're going rattler. I got a long ways before a bobber. You look so young. Well, I pay you. Yeah, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate you. Ugh. Yeah. You wouldn't think that because you know what? You would think I'm younger. You know why I look young? It's because I act young. This is one of the reasons, you know what I mean? It's because I never grow up, man. I just never grow up, you know what I mean? Watching my cartoons over there. One thing is always think young, bro. You'll stay young. Oh, goodness. I ain't gonna lie. That thing will stay on the Cartoon Network on the weekends. That thing will stay on the Cartoon Network. I'll be watching some stuff now. That's pretty funny right there. Do you fish off the boat? You're dang right I do, man. Heck yeah, I do, man. I absolutely do. 100%. I fish off my boat, and I got a boat and the kayak. But majority of my fishing I do off the boat in the local river we got here. We got a nice river, and I fish the heck out of it. Especially here in a few months, the fish are going to start going crazy in it, and I'm going to be right down there getting on them. Oh yeah. But I do, yeah, I fish off that boat religiously. I've already got 2 on it now. I'm going from a bead. But yeah, I fish off it a whole lot. Lots. What do you do? A lot of bank fishing? Where can I send you lures? You broke the matrix. Where can I send you lures? What do you make? Do you make lures? Camden? What are we talking about here, brother? Do you make lures? Or something? Is that what it is? Do you make lures? But I find so many I have too many. Well, let me tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. If you sub to the page, you know what I mean, like you said. Do you have Facebook? You're kind of younger. Usually all younger bucks ain't on Facebook. Do you have Facebook? Check that one out. I'll be honest with you, man. I have more lures than I can handle. All right. This wall you see behind me is completely full of all custom lures of awesome bait makers that they have sent them over to me to actually do the same thing you're doing and give them out on my live shows. And be honest with you, man, it would be better for you to take and find somebody local or something, maybe a young buck your age, maybe a little younger, about 10, 11 years old. Find you a 10 or 12-year-old that needs some lures for fishing. You can easily do that on social media and stuff like that. And that would do better than sending them to me, because I have so many already. I'm kind of like I'm in the same boat as you, if you're saying that's why you're doing it, because you have so many. So, you know what I mean? He said, I'll try to make an account. It's not hard, Bubba. It's not hard to make a Facebook account. You just got to have an email, you know. Check it out, because what you want to do is you want to look me up on there, because I do a lot of live shows on Facebook. I shoot out a lot of free stuff, and you can have a chance to win a custom fishing rod over there on Facebook. You get a shot at a custom fishing rod. I just got done, about 2 weekends ago, we just got done giving out an awesome fishing rod. What I do is I take and I build the fishing rod, like I am on here. I was earlier. I build the custom fishing rod, and then after about 3 months, usually 4 months, I try to do 3 or 4 a year. After I get done building it, I give it out to somebody on the live show. But you got to join my lives, and you got to participate and engage to get entries. Nice little rattle, y'all. We got 3 of them made here. We got 3, what I'm calling basically Santee rigs, is what these are. And then I'm going to do 3 Carolina rigs, which is the same thing without the float. You know what I mean? So many of the same similar lures. I know what you mean, man. I got all these lures behind, and this is just what I have on the wall back here behind me. I have 3 or 4 boxes full from custom. I have a lot of awesome custom bait makers. I can't thank them enough that support the page. What bait do you use? What do you mean for catfishing? Do you mean what am I going to put on the end of this right here? Is that what you're asking, Camden? Those are pretty sweet right there. I think I'm going to get, these are 30 pound. I'm going to do a couple of these 30 pounds, see how they hold up, and then I'm going to do some 50 pound leaders. For those, this is going to have live brim on it. Live or cut bait. What I'm going to do with this is put cut bait on them. Yep. These that's all I fish with for catfish is cut bait. Either brim, shad, something like that. Usually I fish with, my bait is usually about maybe half my hand size. I take brim that are my hand size and I cut them in half, and I use those for bait. Works pretty good. That's how I catch bigger fish, man. Bigger bait. It's a true statement. If you want to catch bigger fish, you will use bigger bait. You will have to. I've said it on here before. I use my bait that I use for catfish is so big that little catfish can't get it in their mouth. That's why they don't bite it. They're too small. You know what I mean? But y'all, I think that's not bad. This is the first, maybe second time I've ever really built these. I've never really used them much, but it's not bad. 3 different rigs right here. I think they're all, one's a little bit longer than the other. Made this one a little bit longer so it'll float higher. So it'll sit a little higher off. I'll put 3 rods out. This will have the weight down and it'll be up here. You know what I mean? It'll float up like that off the bottom. In regard to this one, will be down here. Floating like that. Boom. So it won't be quite as, they'll be at different depths instead of just sitting on the bottom. You know what I mean? My favorite thing about getting lures that come in packs is the stickers. Oh, Cam, I hear you, man, on that, man. That's what I like too about these, man. Right here, I got a whole lot of decals from people. I got some awesome decals there. If you stick around and hang out, when I hit 1,000 subscribers on here, that's a pretty nice decal I got. When I hit 1,000 subscribers on here, I'm gonna do a nice giveaway. I'm gonna do a nice giveaway. But I'm gonna hit 500. I'm about 120 subscribers away from 500. When I hit 500, I'm probably gonna shoot out a few koozies and decals and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I got awesome bracelets. We got big S-Rod bracelets. Big S-Rod bracelets and the decals. We got koozies. We got quite a few things that we can do. Do a nice little package when we hit 500. Then I'm going to shoot out like a hat, bait towels and stuff like that. Whenever we hit 1,000, it's going to be a nice box of stuff. You know what I mean? When we hit that 1,000 mark. Do you use barrel swivels at the end? Yeah. Yep. Sure do. That's what I use on them, brother. Now, these are what I have right here on this. I would use I like that because I don't feel like it twists the line as much. You know what I mean? It doesn't twist on you. You know what I mean? Whenever your catfish is doing what all catfish do, and twisting, it's not twisting your line up bad on you. But this is 30. Tri-line mono, 30 pound. I'm going to get some 50. Whenever I do my rigs, I'm going to do 50 for my river. If you fish a lot of debris and stuff like that, and you fish a rivers and stuff where there's a lot of debris, you can do this exact same rig, but what you do is you use a tri swivel. All right. I got rigs ready. Yeah, man. I'm going to do 3 like this, and then I'm going to do 3 Carolina rigs. Have 6 rigs set up. We're going to try them out this weekend and see how they work for us, you know. I've never fished with these before. But you get you a tri swivel, all right? And this is what you do at the river. You get your tri swivel like that, and you got your rig right here, because you don't want to lose these rigs a whole lot, you know. I'm not worried about it in the lake, but in the river where you got a current, you drop it. You got your swivel. You got a tri swivel, so you'll have one coming down right here. Take this, the opposite side of your leader, just like normal, and you hook up your regular line, what goes to your fishing, you know, your regular line. On your tri on the bottom, you tie off another leader, get you another nice leader, okay, of, I don't know, something that'll break before your main line. So if you're using, 40-pound braid on your line up here, you want to use a mono 25-pound, 30-pound coming off that bottom swivel with your egg, whatever weight on it. That way, when you throw it out in there and you get down into the rocks, this comes up like it does, and it floats. You know what I mean? In your current, it sits there and floats. Well, your leader that you've tied down to the bottom with your weight, when it gets snagged in something and it gets hung up, that's going to be 20, 25 pound. Depends on how big of heavy of line you're fishing, what kind of rig you are. But the concept is for you to break loose with your weight and lead instead of your whole rig. That way, I mean, I don't know about y'all. Personally, I'd rather lose a weight and a swivel, a little bit of string, than I would all this. So what happens is when you get snagged and you know you're coming off, or if you're even catching a fish and you get snagged, you know what I mean? Or something like that. This rig's already keeping this up. Shouldn't be getting snagged on that. So this is going across. If you do get hooked up or snagged or something like that, it'll break loose. You'll keep your main line. You'll lose, 12 inches of leader and a weight, which to me is a lot less than this rig right here that you've made. So it'll save these rigs when you're fishing structure and stuff like that. Get you a tri swivel and tied to your bottom one. That's where your weight and your sinker goes. You know what I mean? I have an idea for you to make a video. You have to message me, man. Nice. I do the same. You got rigs ready. That is right, man. You should do magnet fishing and use lures to make a video. You know what? You know what's crazy, Camden? Is it's illegal to magnet fish in my state. Is that not bull crap? It's illegal to magnet fish in South Carolina. I found that out the hard way. We was out there fishing. We had to get. I didn't find it out the hard way. I didn't get in trouble, but I found out that you can't magnet fish in South Carolina. No, sir. It's illegal. Why? I don't know. It's because they don't want you finding anything without them finding it. South Carolina's bad about that. You got all the war history here in South Carolina. They don't let you metal detect nothing around here. Shit, pull a metal detector out around here in South Carolina and see what happens. You can in some spots, but in the town I'm in, it's really revolutionary. You know what I mean? So it's really back in the war days, and shit. They'll shoot you if you come around their house with a magnet or any kind of magnet, any kind of, finder, So that is dumb. It is stupid. I think so too. Because me and my son went, heck, for Christmas, I bought him a big, nice magnet fishing kit. Real nice magnet fishing kit. Huh. For nothing. Because we had to pretty much throw it away. We didn't get to use it but once. Until we found out it was illegal. But it is what it is. Can't break the law. I'm going to have to get off here, y'all. I got to check on my son, make sure he's getting into bed. He's the same age as you, Cameron. Got time for you probably get to bed, too. Sound like your dad, don't I? Now, I don't sound 28 now, do I, anymore? I'm just kidding. But I do. I got to check on my man. I ain't going to have no grumpy 15-year-old in the morning. So I'm going to make sure he's passing out. I got to wash a load of clothes, do that old man stuff, and then I'm going to bed myself. Camden, have a great night. I appreciate you joining me, man. Appreciate you joining me. We'll see you next time. Everybody else on here, it was great seeing y'all. We'll check in tomorrow night. Same time, same place, probably. 9, 10 o'clock, something like that. Until next time, we'll catch y'all. Y'all keep them lines tight. BigSrod's signing off.